my channel. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 best rides at Walt Disney World. First up on our list, also known as number 10, we have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is such a fun ride. Obviously, it's set in with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It is a fun, thrilling ride, but still not too scary for the younger kids. And it's a family fun ride. Coming in at number 9, we have Big Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain is basically set to be on a big mine train, sort of like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, except you're going through a mine and it starts to break down. Now, I won't spoil too much, but it is a really fun ride. It's family friendly. The whole family can enjoy it. That's why it comes in at number 9. Now, for number 8, we have Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is definitely a family-friendly ride. The whole entire family can enjoy it, no matter what age. It has a little bit of thrill to it. At the end, there's a big drop, but that is the only thrilling part. The rest is a fun family story that it tells. It is a water ride, so you might get a little wet, but it definitely tells an amazing story. That's why it's number 8 on our list. Coming in at number 7, we have Space Mountain. Now, if you notice, the past couple rides that I've been naming all end in mountain. Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, and now Space Mountain. That's because those are the 3 mountains of Disney World. They're so much fun to go on. But let me tell you about Space Mountain. Space Mountain is a really classic Walt Disney World ride. And I mentioned it in our other video. Go check that out if you haven't already. So anyway, Space Mountain is such a fun ride. It's basically like you're in space. You fly around this big dome-looking thing, and then you're completely dark, so you don't know where you're going or how fast you're going. It's such a fun ride, and it's one of the things I really want to go on every time I go to Disney World. That's why it's number 7 on our list. Now, for number 6, I'm not talking about one ride individually. I am going to be talking about all of Star Wars Land. Star Wars Land just opened, and most of the rides, they don't let you just wait in a line. They encourage you to buy tickets, to have like a boarding pass, almost like an airplane. And they take one group at a time because Star Wars is so popular. They knew people would just rush in and it'd be a lot of chaos. Anyway, Star Wars Land is really, really cool. I encourage you to go there as much as you can while at Disney World, if and when you go to Disney World. It is so much fun. It feels like you're in the universe of Star Wars. It's so cool. And they have this really cool hotel where it feels like you're on a ship, and you're in the ship, and it looks like it's nighttime through all your windows, and it's just amazing. But you have to go there for yourself to truly experience it. It's just amazing. That's why I mentioned it on our list. Now, for number 5 on our list, I want to talk about another land in Hollywood Studios. Star Wars Land is in Hollywood Studios too. But I want to talk about Toy Story Land. Toy Story Land is awesome also. It has so many cool rides and so many cool restaurants and experiences to see. It literally feels like you're a shrunk down toy in a huge backyard. It is so cool, and you have to go there yourself, just like Star Wars Land, to fully experience it how I did. It was so much fun. My favorite restaurant was probably Woody's Lunchbox, and my favorite ride was probably Slinky Dog Dash. So, 2 of my favorite rides were probably Toy Story Mania and Slinky Dog Dash. It's one of the smaller lands, but it's still so much fun, and that's why it is number 5 on our list. Okay, so I know that in another video I mentioned that the Avatar Flight of Passage is the number 1 most popular ride, and that is true. It is the most popular ride right now, but in this case, I'm not talking about the most popular rides. I'm talking about the best rides and the most thrilling rides. Well, it is truly an amazing ride. It's not the most thrilling and the best ride. So, but it is truly an amazing ride. And like the lands, you have to experience it yourself to truly see how amazing it is. And it's really hard to get a fast pass for it, but if you are willing enough, you can stand in the standby line. And the standby line is actually really cool to stand in. They have a lot of cool figures and just, it's entertaining. But again, it is truly an amazing ride, just not the best in this category. But still an amazing ride, and that's why it's number 4. Okay, so I know I said this would be about rides, but then I started mentioning lands, and now I want to start mentioning shows. But I promise the very best ride in Walt Disney World is a ride. Anyway, a really, really fun show to go to is in Hollywood Studios. It is Star Wars, but it's not in Star Wars land. It's where you can have your kid become a Jedi, basically. They get a lightsaber and they get to fight Darth Vader. It looks really cool. There's so many kids, and it's a really fun show to go to. And yeah, it's just like right in the middle. You don't have to have a ticket. You don't have to pay for it. It's amazing. So I love seeing that when I go to Hollywood Studios, just walking past it, seeing the kids dressed up, doing their lightsabers, fighting Darth Vader. It's really fun to see. Okay, so for number 2, we have, I don't know exactly what this ride is called, but I know what kind of a base of semi what it is. So it's like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad or something like that. But it is a really fun ride. It's easy to notice in Hollywood Studios. And so it's a new ride. It's really, really cool. It's like you're in a drive-in movie theater, but you're in the movie. It looks really, really cool. Like, the Mickey Mouse shorts? It's supposed to be like kind of like the setting of that. It is the setting of that, but it is amazing. It's as if you could reach out and literally touch the characters. It's so cool, but again, you have to experience it for yourself to truly see how cool it is, but that's why it comes in at number 2. Okay, so there is a tie, a 3-way tie for first place. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but once you hear what these rides are, you're going to understand. So the 3-way tie is between the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, and the Expedition Everest. So I'm going to walk you through all of those, because it's a lot. So the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is a drop tower ride. It is probably not for kids under maybe 7 or 8. It actually just depends on height. It could be a little scary for them, but it is truly such a fun ride. It is one that I really want to get a fast pass for every single time I go to Walt Disney World. So that is that. The next ride is called Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. So if you're an Aerosmith fan, this ride is definitely for you. So this is the only ride that has inversions, but it is really fun. It is probably the most thrilling ride in Walt Disney World. It goes super fast, up to 60 kilometers per hour. It is really, really fun. And yeah, it blasts Aerosmith's music through the whole ride. It is so much fun. There's another ride that I love getting fast passes for every time I come to Disney World. So now, the Expedition Everest. This is probably my favorite ride in Walt Disney World. So it is basically, the setting is you're on Mount Everest and you're in this cart. But there's a lot of people. It's a long, big cart. You can't see in front of you or behind you, though. So you have a person next to you, but you can't see in front of you or behind you. So you go up the mountain, but then you see the track broke. So then you go backwards down the mountain, and it feels like you're going to loop, but it's not. It's just a corkscrew. So yeah, you go down and then you see the Yeti and you plummet back down the mountain. It is just full of excitement and thrill. It is such a fun ride. It is one of my favorite rides. I even named the Yeti. So yeah, those are the top 10, close enough to 10, best rides, restaurants, shows in Walt Disney World. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time. Bye.